Hi everyone, this is Shannon Dietz, and I typically don't ever speak on thyroid issues. What I'd normally, what you might follow me on is I am a survivor of incest and date rape, and so I help those who have been abused similarly, through incest or date rape or domestic violence or any physical, emotional, verbal type abuse in their past. And so I have a ministry, Hopeful Hearts Ministry, and I help those all over the world, really, who are not just wanting to survive, but to thrive. And so that is what I am known for. I have books and all of that, but that's not what I'm doing this video. I'm doing this video, as you can see. I am now also a thyroid cancer, I want to say survivor. Don't know yet quite where I am in that. I am 4 days after having a total thyroidectomy. And I sat up all night last night watching other people's videos, and they were so helpful. Excuse me. That's one thing about having this, that I'm happy that I have the voice that I have, but it is a strain to talk. But anyway, everybody was so helpful, and I just thought, I didn't quite see my exact case on there, and I thought maybe if I give my story as well, being that I do speak for a living, that maybe, why not? Maybe this might help somebody else be encouraged or hopeful, or just know that they're not alone, which is what I'm all about. I so want people to have their voice and know that you're not alone in anything that you're going through. So real quick, all of this started, and today is March 5th, I want to say, 2017. I don't even know the days anymore. I had my surgery March 1st. So, yeah. But back in October of 2016, I went in, I was very, very sick, very, very lethargic. And I was a person that would wake up every day at 4 a.m. to go work out. And, at 4:30, I guess I woke up at 4:30. I did a 5 a.m. workout every day. I was a big workout person, all of this stuff. And one day I went into the hospital thinking that I was having a heart attack. I'm 43 years old, and I was having pain going up my back and yada yada. Anyway, long story short, I was not having a heart attack. I was in the hospital for 3 days. The doctors, both the cardiologist and the neurologist couldn't figure out what was going on. They let me go. And then, by the grace of God, my son started dating a girl whose father was a cardiac surgeon, and he asked to see all of the tests that they had done, the MRIs in my brain and my neck and chest scans and all of that. And that is when his radiologist found the nodule on my thyroid, and then they also found a nodule on my lung. So let's fast forward through many months of hell, through Thanksgiving and Christmas, of trying to, go through the ultrasounds and get the right doctors and yada yada, and then finally ending up at the best place to be, since I'm in Texas especially, is MD Anderson Cancer Center. And I got in with them, and the week of Christmas did the biopsy, and they said possible for papillary thyroid cancer. A week late, we had to wait a week to then see my endocrinologist, and he explained how I had this large mass on the right side of my thyroid, and then I had a lymph node that was suspicious, but they weren't saying it was 100% papillary cancer, that it was still up in the air, but they were going to take out partial for sure. Anyway, met with the surgeon at the end of January. I had a big speaking engagement at Baylor University, and then I had a lot of things going on with Hopeful Hearts that they said, don't worry, it's slow growing, don't worry about it. So I put it off. I'm the one that made that decision to put this off until March 1st. So the plan was to go in and do a partial, if not full, thyroidectomy, depending on what it looked like. While I was under, they were going to do a frozen biopsy or whatever of either, I guess, that part of the thyroid and then some of the lymph node that was suspicious. So I was going in thinking, I pretty much knew I might have a full, and I kind of wanted to do the full after doing some research. Just better to then, I mean, if you're not gonna, it's hard to get your thyroid right or the hormones right if you have part of it left. And then of course I didn't want to go back and for another surgery thinking that, will that one day be cancer too? So I kind of went in that day and just saying, please, just take the whole thing. But she was a very, very good surgeon. And so she was just going to be very cautious about everything. I wake up obviously not knowing what's going on. And I will tell y'all that it is the strangest thing to go under and you feel fine. Like, I was fine. I wasn't even feeling as lethargic as I had been in October. I was getting better. I couldn't work out the way I did 4 days a week. I could work out maybe 2 days a week, but it took a lot out of me. That knowing that I had something wrong, I knew that there was something wrong, or it could have been just a mental stressful thing. But going in for surgery, not really feeling pain or not really feeling like there's something wrong is really weird. But anyway, to wake up, and I don't do well on anesthesia. I'll put that out there. I had a hysterectomy when I was 30 and didn't do well on anesthesia then. So they prepared for that. But when I came out of the anesthesia, I knew that my family was there. They were saying something about how scary it was, that I was under for 4 hours and not for 2, that they had to do the full thyroidectomy, that they felt that they were, my son, I have an 18-year-old, 16-year-old, and a 16-year-old, and they were both like, we got called back, and it was scary because they got called back. They didn't know what was going on, and I'm just thinking, oh my gosh, why were they called back into a room? That is scary. So long story short, she saw not only the suspicious lymph node, but she saw some other, I guess, lymph nodes that didn't look so great. And I guess whatever this side of my thyroid looked like, it didn't look really that great. I don't know. So she had to take out the whole thyroid and then also do a, what do they call that? A cross section or something. Took out many of my lymph nodes. And then we have 4 parathyroids, and she had to take out one of the parathyroids, and they help with your calcium levels. So I knew that I had to stay in the night for sure. And let me tell y'all, I had a crushing headache, but of course I was under with your neck extended for over 4 hours with the anesthesia. And when everybody left, and then they had given me Tylenol 3, and I'm thinking, I'm still in so much pain. I was in so much pain, and the nurse came in and said, honey, what's your pain level? And I just started to bawl. I just started to cry. And she goes, oh, okay. And I go, do I not get any more pain? Do I not get any more pain medicine? So she gave me some morphine, but just a dose. They don't give it to you in your IV with the little pump that I wish that they would have done. But anyways, it got better. I got out the next day. My calcium levels were good enough, and I have to take calcium now every day. And I'm taking Synthromax. I'm sorry, I should have my paper here to tell y'all, but it's like Synthromax, I want to say. It's the suppressant for thyroid. I think it's what they're wanting to do until I get pathology results back by Monday or Tuesday, so tomorrow or the next day, is to make sure that the thyroid doesn't, whatever's left that has thyroid in it doesn't grow or whatever. And so and I'm pretty certain I'll have to get radiology. What are you barking at? I'm going to have to get radiology. I'm going to have to get radiation. I'm so sorry. Thought I'd come out here and be private. And we'll determine what, basically she's not even certain if it is papillary thyroid cancer for sure, or if it's another variant. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I don't know. Anyway, I've lost my train of thought. Here's the main thing, because I'm almost done with this whole thing. I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated because I went in thinking easy breezy. You've got all these people telling you Don't worry, it's thyroid cancer. My aunt, my cousin, my brother, my sister, blah, 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 had this 10 years ago, 8 years ago, 5 years ago. They're great. It's no problem. Don't worry. And I appreciate them, and I know that they love me, and I love them, and I appreciate them being kind and considerate and wanting to help and to make me feel comfortable. But you know what? It's just like telling somebody who's been molested, you know, trying to say that they've been molested versus being raped, that like one's worse than the other. It's not. I mean, you've been violated, and that's hard. It's hard to deal with, and it's something that you live with. You know, cancer is not something I ever thought I would have to deal with in my life, ever. I've been through a lot in my life, a lot. And so just the fact of saying that you have cancer in your body, it's like, what? You know, and so then now to say, well, it's not even as contained as we thought, and we had to take more, and now you have to get something, you know, to maybe eradicate the rest. And you know, what does that mean? I'm not saying, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm gonna die. I mean, I don't feel like that. And if that's God's plan for me to have this purpose and maybe speak out for others and then meet him later, then that's fine. I think we're all gonna die one day. I think we all know that. But no matter what, I mean, oh my gosh, that's Millie, for all that want to know who Millie is. Anyway, I you know, it just sucks. It just sucks. I'm going to say that. But I feel good about just being at the right place. And I just wanted to put this out there for those of y'all that are going through what I'm going through. I tried to find things. I'm going to see if I can't get away from him barking. That maybe have had to have more done than what they thought. And I searched and searched, and I didn't really read up a lot on that. So if you're in with this with me, then we're here together, and I will post another video once I get my pathology, and we will go through this together. I don't care if it's just one viewer and myself. I don't care who sees this. I just want to have my voice, and I want to be out there helping those who might be in this with me. And I know that I can do this, but I can do this better with your help. Anyway, so now I'm exhausted. I'll end with that. 4 days out, I've gone 1 day without the pain medicine, which is the Tylenol 3. It's not so much pain that you feel. You feel as if somebody's literally choking you, and then it's an effort to speak. I feel like, you know, when you want to cry, but you can't, so it kind of clenches up. That's what it feels like. And then the back of my neck is so stinking sore because it had been bit back for so long and set in that position. And then I think I still have so much of the anesthesia in me still. I'm not a person that takes pills, so I'm not used to having medicine in my body. So, all right, if there's any questions, please feel free to comment, and I will answer them on the next video. Thank you so much. God bless. And if you do want to know more about the other stuff that I do with Hopeful Hearts Ministry, go to hopefulheartsministry.com or Shannon M. Dietz, that's DEITZ.com. Thanks, guys. God bless.